Hello and welcome to 101 Ideas for Minecraft Learners. In this episode we're going to make a classic British science fiction spacecraft, if you like, time and spacecraft, the Tardis. Okay, so the Tardis is a police box, often blue, and I've made a little blue box here, and let's just and its one defining feature is that it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. So let's go in and take a look. So we'll go in here, and oh my goodness, look at that. It's massive. It's huge. It truly is bigger on the inside. That's amazing. And of course we could even have rooms going off. So yeah, so that's great, isn't it? A little kind of little time vortex thing in the middle. And let's go back out. So this is the way out. So we'll just go back out, and we're back out again. Oh, amazing. So for those of you who are paying attention, you'll notice that in my sort of chat area, we've got these numbers. And you can see that what's actually been going on, you probably already guessed, that I'm using command blocks to teleport myself around the place. I'm using a pressure plate there. So as I walk in through the door, I press on the pressure plate. Let's go around the back, show you. And there's a command block. And if we open up the command block, we can see a little bit of code. So let's sort of start to describe some of this, what this code is. So we've got /TP, and a lot of us are used to that kind of command. So that's teleport, an @P, an @player, and it says here, use @P to target the nearest player. So whoever's nearest when this command block is triggered will get teleported. And then we've got these little wiggly lines and a 3, and a wiggly line and a -14, and a wiggly line and a 0. And it's these three numbers and their wiggly lines, okay, that we're going to just talk about now. So these correspond to coordinates, okay, in three-dimensional space. So we need to talk a little bit about 3D space. So I'm going to just fly up here. And you see I've created this almost like a corner of a cube. But what it's representing really, and I need to turn on a little bit of the debug system here as well. So if you press F3, we get all this information on our Minecraft screen. And so if you notice in the left hand corner, I wonder if I can just pause it there. Over here we've got X, Y and Z, and F meaning facing, okay, and then a few other bits and pieces like location, where we're in a forest biome, and other bits and pieces as well. Okay, so we've got X. Now if I walk down this red axis, we'll call it, you can see that the X decreases and increases, and this blue one is the Z mainly, but it is the Z. So the three axes, X, Y, which is the green, which is up and down, so, and the Z. Whoops, let's fly up again. So we've got three axes, and these three axes can describe whereabouts you are in three-dimensional space. So for example, I could be in this particular space here, which is X 39, Y 91, and Z 138, and those correspond to the world coordinates. Okay, and so you can use command blocks to teleport you anywhere in the world. Having a TARDIS is just quite a lot of fun, and it means you can create the illusion that you're actually going into somewhere bigger. But essentially this is about teleportation as well. Now if we nip down to where the TARDIS thing is, and I built it underneath the TARDIS, okay, but you could build it anywhere in the world, okay, and just teleport yourself to there. We've also got in here, and I'll just break these blocks here so I don't set that off. So I've got another pressure plate there, and that's going to activate this command block here. So let's open this command block, and we see we've got this. We've got TP at wiggle -4 wiggle 15 wiggle 0. So what these wiggles do is they allow the command block to reset and ignore the world coordinates. And instead, what they do is they zero everything. So wherever the player is standing, the command block assumes that is 0. And then what we do is we say, take us -4 along the x, take us 15 up the y, and then leave the z at 0. And this way is really useful because you can do things like you can create escalators and things that move you along forward or backwards in space. Well, let's go back out this way. Oops. So it takes me back 4 and then straight up 15, which puts me just outside the front door. And when you do these kind of things, you might have to experiment a little bit. I spent about 20 minutes teleporting myself in all sorts of different places. And if you accidentally teleport yourself into the middle of rock, what Minecraft will generally do is it will shift you along, and you'll end up somewhere with a little breathing hole or something like that. Have a little experiment, try things out, and see what happens. But it's a really cool little trick, and very very excellent to impress your friends with, really. So that's how to make a Tardis in Minecraft, which is to make something that looks bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Let's finish it off. Right, let's see, that's quite nice. Let's break these and put that there. So when we go through here, we zing outside the front. Let's close that block up there, and let's finish it off over here. Let's put these back, and let's fill this in. Okay, so get rid of our debug stuff. So there's our police box, and it just looks like a normal police box. We wouldn't even know anything was underneath it. And we open it up, and zing, we're inside. We're inside the TARDIS. Close that door. You can have your adventures, and then go to a new place. Okay, I'll go to the same place. If you were clever, you could even set different spawn points for different areas. So if you're down here, you could have lots of different doors, and they could take you to different areas around the map. To take you to a different area around the map, again, all you need to do is lay down a command block, put a pressure plate on top. Let's grab myself a pressure plate. Okay, put that on top there. And so let's do /TP at P player. And let's do, so X would be 100. And Y, let's put ourselves at like 100 in the sky. And let's put ourselves at 0 for the Z. And press done. Now let's see where this teleports us. So we kind of just zip onto here. And there we go. So we're not actually, I know the Z wasn't very far away from our original spawn point, but we could have had a house here and stuff like that. To find out exactly where your coordinates are, so let's go to the desert. Oh look, there's a quite nice well in the desert. So let's go to this well over here. Pop ourselves down here, and let's go inside the well. Press function 3. And we got X. Now this is where having a little bit of paper next door to you is useful. So X is like 201, and you've got lots of other numbers after it, but sort of round it up, I would. Y is 64, and Z is 103, maybe 104. So let's take those coordinates, oops, and go back to our TARDIS, which is over here, and see if we can get a command block to teleport us to that location. So just to sort of remind you, you've got two methods. You can either put the wiggles in, which is what's going on here, and that wherever the player starts from is 0, or that's kind of player-centric coordinates, where 0 is the start of the player, so you move up, left, and forward in 3 dimensions. Or you can have world coordinates, where there is a 0, 0, 0 in the world. And that's where we're putting this one. That's how we're using this one. So let's open this up. So what was it again? It was X is 201. Y was 64. And Z was 103. So let's see if this is going to work. Take us to that desert area. Bing, straight away. Look at that. What luck. So there you go. So that's how to make a TARDIS, and then also how to teleport or make little teleporters around your map. I hope you've enjoyed this this episode, and look forward to all the other 101 Minecraft ideas for learners. Take care now. Bye bye.